Skinny fat guys are probably the most cursed people to step foot in the gym. It's a good thing that they did step in the gym, because let's face it, no one's admiring a skinny fat guy. So if you're a skinny fat guy, props for taking the first initiative on your fitness journey to becoming more aesthetic, because believe me, you need it the most. I hate to use the term hard gainer because one, I think it's mostly bullshit, and two, I think people get the kind of wrong message out of the term hard gainer and they end up using it as an excuse. But skinny fat people tend to be the hard gainers. They're the ones who probably put on muscle the slowest. They still put on muscle, and they won't put on muscle that much slower than someone who's genetically elite, but it's definitely noticeable. The thing about skinny fats is that they need to train smart. They can't get away with the same bullshit training a lot of these genetically elite people can. You see these motherfuckers in the gym doing just isolations and shit, maybe doing a few compounds here and there, and they're growing. That's not because of good training, that's just because of their genetics. And believe me, if these genetically elite people were to get on a good program, they'd probably see better results anyway. As a skinny fat, you can't afford to be doing bullshit training. And as a skinny fat, you need to do whatever it takes to achieve progressive overload. Whatever it takes. I don't care if you have to go out on the street and suck. Fuck it, I don't care. You might have to suck dick. But the point is, you can't afford to be wasting your time doing things like isolations and things like that, because you're already going to have a hard enough time as it is making gains. So you need to be focusing on stuff that works. You need to be focusing on your compounds and making them stronger, because believe me, this might be a battle for you. I had this friend, he was next level skinny fat. Like, this guy was the definition of skinny fat. If you looked at him in his shirt, you'd swear the guy never lifted an arm. But then if you lifted his shirt, you could see like these rolls of fat. Like, he wasn't overly fat, but he was definitely probably around 18-20% body fat, which I typically think is a skinny fat sort of person. They're normally around 16-20% body fat with just noodle arms. And watching him do isolations at the gym was the most depressing thing I've ever seen. There's nothing more depressing than watching a skinny fat train isolations. One, because they normally move pathetic weight, because skinny fats are typically weak people. They're typically not strong. They don't have a relatively high starting strength point. That doesn't mean that they can't get to those stronger points. It just means that they start from a very low standard of strength, usually below the standard of strength that you would expect from a typically untrained male. If he had have just focused on compounds, he'd probably still be at the gym now, and he would have made some amazing gains. Who knows, he might have been even aesthetic as fuck. Because the thing about being a skinny fat, it doesn't mean that your genetics are necessarily bad when it comes to your structure, when it comes to how you're going to look when you're actually finally jacked. See, me personally, I'd rather gain muscle slower but have good insertions and muscle bellies than gain muscle fast and have shitty insertions and shitty muscle bellies. I don't mean to make excuses, but I personally believe I am a bit of a slow gainer compared to some people, but that's fine because I was genetically gifted when it comes to muscle insertions and muscle bellies. I'm in it for the long run, guys. Just don't give a fuck about the short term. I'm going to look aesthetic as fuck till I'm like 150 years old. For your diet, I just suggest doing something like lean bulking, something like that, and just a minimal caloric surplus. That's probably going to be the best diet to achieve your goals. So to cap it all off, guys, skinny fats must focus on progressive overload or nothing's going to happen. You're going to make your life so fucking difficult if you're just going to get into the gym and waste your time doing isolations, split training, stuff like that. Full body workouts like 3 times a week is going to be the best thing a skinny fat can do. I hope this video has helped some skinny fat out there, and I just want you to know that I believe in you. It has been done. There's been some amazing skinny fat transformations done in the past, even naturally. So just believe in yourself, train smart, because I fucking believe in you. And believe me, when The Last Natural believes in you, everything's gonna be alright. Anyway guys, I'll catch you later.